Hello, class. Um, I wanted to have this first session to just walk through with you the process for the class and your expectations. So let's take a look at what a class will look like. So I'll go into one of the classes. When I log into the class, you will see the first screen you will see will be your announcement page. What I'm asking of you is that each day you log into the class, you take a look at the announcement page. Almost everything you need will be on that page. Most of the times you'll find that I will post a number of announcements each day on very important matters. You may find announcements with some important tips and guidelines to help you with the upcoming assignments. But just let's take a look at the announcements in the leadership and organizational behavior class, for example, to have an idea of the announcements that were posted. So you'll see that I'll start from the bottom and move my way up. You'll see there's an announcement about the Writing Center. The Writing Center will be very important to your success. So you want to make sure that you do visit the Writing Center, and if you have a need for an academic coach, you can go ahead and select it by selecting this link here. There are also some workshops offered through the Writing Center on APA style, how to write a discussion post, some study skills, time management, among others. So you want to make sure you make use of those resources that are available for you. The next announcement you will see is the academic misconduct announcement that was posted at the beginning of the class. Here, it identifies for you what constitutes academic misconduct and the possible penalties that may result if there is academic misconduct. So just go ahead and take a look at that. You will find also the price model is posted on the announcement page, and the link to the video is here for your review. Herzing Online, the business department, has a Facebook page that we can all go into and chat and get to know each other. If you want to have that social network, the Herzing Facebook page will be an ideal place for you. Important is your tips for effective online learning. And here you will find that I would have given you some important things that you may want to consider. You want to interact with each other, not just your instructor. There is a lot you can learn from each other. There are various diverse backgrounds here. So interact with each other. Read the feedback provided for you on your assignments. Every assignment that is returned to you, there will be feedback embedded in the body of the assignment. Take a look at those each week. You want to see the various ways you can respond to discussion posts and how you can avoid contact, ways you can make the discussion board user-friendly. Just go ahead and read those tips for effective online learning. How to prepare for discussion posts. This is important, as each week you will have a discussion due. So you want to make sure that you understand the discussion board requirements. You need to be prepared. So prior to posting your initial discussion response, you want to read the requirements, the suggested readings, the presentations, among others. When you've completed the readings, take time to reflect. Your initial discussion response should be a minimum of 250 words and should be substantiated by at least one reference. So make sure that you are meeting the word requirement, you are addressing each question asked in the discussion question, and that you include proper APA formatting citation, which means you will have a reference list and in-text citations. You are required to post 2 peer responses each week, with each response being a minimum of 100 words. your textbooks. This is another important announcement, how to access your textbooks. You want to go ahead and access those through VitalSource. And you can click on this link to access the VitalSource website to get into your textbook for the class. Unique to this class will be the leadership and organizational behavior will be information on your discussion on your assignments due this week. The week 1 is just a general introduction. There is a video. Just remember that some of you, this is the start of the semester, so if you do not have the required textbook for the class, I want you to go ahead and just conduct internet research to answer the discussion question. So not having the textbook is not an excuse for not responding to the question. You need to go ahead and do outside research to respond to the discussion question. And then I'll remind you, you'll see constant reminders on the announcement page. Like yesterday, I would have posted reminding you of the session for tonight. And then I would have posted this morning again, reminding you of the session for today. Your discussion board, tips and guidelines for the week. Here you are reminded again of the requirements for the discussion board. You're given some tips on APA formatting, what your reference list should look like, the elements that are required for the reference list, and what your in-text citation should look like. So take a look at the discussion tips and guidelines posted to the announcement page. Now, unique to this particular class will be the week 1 assignment template. If you see here, there's a template. Download that template and use that template as your guide for responding to the week 1 initial week 1 in assignment. So take the template. It is in Microsoft Word, download it and use it. And if you use the template assigned to you, you should not have a problem meeting the requirements for the discussion. So I'm going to go into the alternative dispute resolution class in a few minutes, but I just wanted to go through everything that's general to this particular class. If you click on the link on the blue tab, you'll see the syllabus. You click on that, here you'll find your syllabus, the makeup policy, and again, the price handbook. Now, the syllabus. On the syllabus, you will find my telephone number, my email address. You'll see my office hours, your live session, which we having now, among other things. You'll see your guide, some basic requirements to help you, basically time frames that you may need to want to consider as an online student to ensure you're successful. And these are the different things. You see your chapter assignments, you see the discussion, your primary discussion for week 1 is due on Friday. Your secondary responses, your responses to your peers, is due on or before Sunday, September 9th. And you have 2 assessments for this class. You have a quiz and an assignment, and they are both due on Sunday, September 9th. You will also find the grade breakdown. I know some of you will ask me, what percentage do I need to pass? Here is where you will go to your syllabus and see that grading scale. So 0 to 59 is an F, anything 60 and upwards is a D, onwards up to an A. So you want to take a look at that. You will see that your discussion responses are rated heavily point-wise. So you want to make sure that you are logging into the classroom and responding to your peers, posting your initial response and responding to your peers. So that's the syllabus. Now the e-textbook, which is the link on the left. If you click on this link here, you will go directly into your textbook. Then you have your faculty information page. Here you will find everything you need to, or what you need to know about me. You see my email address again, my telephone number, my office hours are listed, and a brief bio listed as well. So whenever you need to figure out how to contact me, you can go to the faculty info page. Now, this class has an academic coach. So here is the information on your academic course for this class. Treva Reddick is your coach. Her bio is here, along with her telephone number and extension and the email address. So make use of your academic coach. And then your classroom. For this class, you will see the learning objectives for the class. You will see each unit when it starts and when it ends. If you click on unit 1, for instance, let's go to unit 1 since we are in week 1. To get access, the link for the live session, that will be the first thing you see when you log into the classroom. And you just click on this link here to join the session. You will also see your list of activities or your sequence of activities for the week, your readings, the presentations, the discussion, the due dates, the quiz, and any assignments that are due. Here you will, from the learning objectives for the class, there will be a focus each week on a particular learning objective, and that will be listed here. Your presentations are important. You want to make sure you take time to click on each one and listen to those presentations. That will help to ensure that you are successful in the class. There are some things that will not be in your textbook, but will be mentioned in the presentation, so take a look at those. The Unit 1 quiz, you see you have a quiz due, 25 multiple choice questions, each worth 1 point, which means that this quiz is worth 25 points. And then again, your assessment. Your assessment has a grading rubric. Make sure you look at that grading rubric to make sure you're meeting all the requirements for the assignment. It is important because you are graded based on that rubric. And again, if you use a template that I provided for you, you will do fine. Next will be your discussions. Again, you see repeated here, same as was in the announcement page, how to prepare for your discussion posts. And this is a 4-step process on the things that you will want to do to prepare for the discussion. Here, again, you see the discussion post breakdown, the parameters. Take a look at those. And the Unit 1 discussion, just make sure you are logging into the discussion forum and responding to your questions. There are specific things you'll see that needs to be addressed in this discussion, and there are 4 parts. For ease of reference and to make life easier, I would suggest that each of these 4 points that you make a separate paragraph and address each separately, with each paragraph having a citation to support your information. This will make sure that you address each point in the discussion question to ensure your success. There's a glossary of terms, and you will see those here. And they're listed in alphabetical order. Just make sure you're using the resources prepared for you. And then your student resources. Under your student resources, each week you will see a list of additional resources to help you and to ensure you are successful. So if there's content that's not covered in the book or is not covered in the lecture notes, you may find that being covered in the resources. And this is important to read the resources before you even attempt to answer or respond to the quiz or the assignment. So here you have a number of resources for this class, and most of them will be either be videos or short reads. I'm seeing 2 of them being videos already. Your messages, please make sure you're checking your messages on a daily basis. I will send you messages in the classroom, and you would make sure you're not missing anything by not going to your messages. So there are 2 places you need to go each time you log into the classroom. Your messages and the announcement page to see if any recent items were posted. You also have access to library resources. And this will take you to another page where you will get the information. You want to find articles, ebooks, videos, websites, information on APA, You name it, you can find it in the library resources. So just make sure you are making use of these. You will see that for business, if you're taking a business class, which this is your resource. So they've even taken you directly to the business section of the library, so you don't have to go and comb through to find that section. And that is it for the walkthrough. I'll shift gears and go to the alternate dispute resolution class. And it will be similar to what was posted. I try to share the same information throughout. You'll go to your classroom. You'll see your objectives under week 1. You'll see that we're covering learning objectives 1 and 2. This folder is set up a little different. You see your weekly objectives and concepts. So this is the learning objectives for the course. These are the weekly objectives, along with some key terms and concepts that you may want to be familiar with. Then under your learning activities, you will find your required readings. Class, we are trying to have the information on your textbook sorted for you. So I will provide you with additional information on that. You will get that shortly. You'll see your lecture notes. And it goes directly into the video and the transcript. You'll see your supporting lesson links under this as well, which would have been in the library resources for the other class, but this class is set up a bit differently. All this will have information that you will need to know or take a look at before you attempt the quiz. Going back into the week 1 folder again, you'll find your assessments, the week 1 discussion, the assignment, and the week 1 quiz. All right. I do not have a template for this assignment, but we can look at probably getting templates moving forward for the various assignments. But right now, all you need to do is prepare a memo using this information, and you want to respond to these 3 questions in the memo. Now, if you have any questions, let's look at the discussion. It is set up the same as well. Your discussion is 3-part, so make sure you're responding to each part. Number 1, number 2, number 3. I suggest, as I said previously, a separate paragraph for each one or each question asked. Make sure, again, you go to the message center, and it is much like we did before. Now, I have an open door policy. If you have any questions at all, I urge you to reach out to me and let me know, and I will be more than happy to assist you. I am going to get my Skype up and running again, so that if you want to reach me urgently or quickly, you can go ahead and send me a Skype message if you see me online. I will update that, and I will send you my Skype contact in a message sometime during the week, but you can also feel free to send me a WhatsApp as well. And I will respond to those as quickly as possible. If you have any questions, email, WhatsApp, Skype, message center, I will be available. Just make sure that you are not sending duplicate messages, the same message in multiple places, because I normally check all those resources within 24 hours, so you just need to send it in one location. But again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm looking forward to working with you during this term.